manleni wo nile loko. Esiku dede asikoi. Hey guys, it's Adirunke again. Today I'd like to talk about another metaphorical statement. And the title of this one, which would be the metaphorical statement itself, is Rómi, reje, romo. I'll take that again. Rómi, reje, romo. Rómi, reje, romo. Again. Rómi, reje, romo. Before I tell you what it means as a whole and what it means word for word, I would expand the words. So oftentimes in the Yoruba language, we combine words, and in this statement, certain words are combined. If you're a native speaker of a language, you may not necessarily have to spell each single word out. Sometimes you might combine words, sometimes you might shorten. If we want to shorten as Yoruba people, we sometimes combine two words if possible. So in Rómi, Rómi, Rómi is a combination of two words, ri and omi. So that's Rómi is a contraction. It's one word, makes sense as a word. However, it's a contraction of two words. Sometimes you could combine 3, 4, and you would still have a perfect sentence. So you could say Riomi, that would be correct. If you say Rómi, that would be correct as well. Reje, reje are the two words that are combined again. So if you say reje, you are correct. If you say reje, you are correct. Reje is just a contraction of ri and eje. And lastly, romo, ri omo are the two words that combine to form romo. So romo is a contracted, shrunk version of those two words. If you say romo, that's right. If you say ri omo, that's correct as well. So let's move on to the word for word transliterations. A is we. My video on pronouns will come in handy for this one. You could say mi o romi, mi o reje, mi o romo. If you say that would be I. When you say me would be I. A is we. Won. If you say won o romi, won o reje, won o romo, won is they. So you could replace it with whatever that you intend to replace it with. I'm using a here because I've chosen to. You could say me, which would be I. You could, as soon as you know what this sentence is, then it would make sense why you could replace the pronoun. So a is we. I encourage you to see my video on singular and plural pronouns. O. When O is introduced in a sentence, it negates. Let's imagine something just falling off from the sky. Oh, it goes down. Oh, that's not. That negates. That's a no. So you're negating something when you introduce O. So in this case, it could be not. So it could be did not. It could be have not. Either way, it negates. Ri and omi. Ri is see. If you're saying did not, it would be see. If you're saying have not, it would be seen. Did not see, have not seen. So that's why I said see or seen. But ri in and of itself is synonymous with see. And then omi is water. Some people are already familiar with this by now. Omio. So that's water. And then reje. So romi, we did not or have not see or seen water. And then reje. A is we again. O is did not or have not or simply not, depending on the context that you intend to use O in. And then reje, ri and eje. Ri is see or seen again. Eje is blood. Eje is blood. Eje is blood. And then we is O is did not or have not, it negates, like I've explained. Romo, ri is see or seen. omo is child. Ri is see or seen, omo is child. So this is what it would look like when you transliterate. It would be something like this. We did not or have not seen water. We did not or have not seen blood. We did not or have not seen child. What does that even mean? I'm pretty sure someone is thinking, what does that mean? We did not or have not seen water. We did not or have not seen blood. We did not or have not seen child. So, pregnancy is what is being used. The pregnancy and delivery is what is being used here, metaphorically. So, during delivery, there are 3 things that you expect to see: blood, maybe even a lot of it; water, the body fluid. It might be water from, I actually don't know anything about childbirth, but I know that some kind of water breaks or something, or the baby comes out with liquid. But essentially, what you expect to see would be some blood, maybe a lot of it, some water, or maybe a lot of it, and the baby. And maybe a lot of them if you're having triplets or more. So these are the 3 things that you expect to see. Pregnancy is being used as a metaphor for an expectation. When you're expecting a baby, you expect to see blood, water, and the baby. So when you say Romi, reje, romo, you're using pregnancy as a metaphor for expectation, and you're saying, we didn't even see anything at all. We did not see the water, we did not see the blood, and we did not see the child. So we did not see anything at all. None of the three things that we were supposed to see. We did not get anything. We did not get anything. Used to express disappointment over failed expectation. Let me put this in context. Let's say someone promised you that they were going to send your children to school, for example, maybe after the demise of whoever was taking care of the family before then, whoever was supporting, because you've been taking care of the family too. And I think that happens a lot when people lose someone. People don't stand the test of time. People just make promises. Oh, it's okay that you lost your son. I'm going to be like a son to you, and I'm going to do everything your son would have done, and the things that you say when the matter is still fresh. So, but if they don't see you, you don't support them in any way, you didn't help them in any way, you don't help them feel loved in any way, you don't even remember that they exist. If they were describing that experience, maybe to someone else, they would say, Romi, reje, romo, which means not even a call did we get from you. It's like utter disappointment. Totally, you didn't even, no attempt was even made at all to I guess fulfill a promise or provide an expectation. It's like when you see a pregnant woman, and okay, imagine someone pretending to be pregnant and wearing a baby bump, and they fake labor, I guess, and you get to the hospital and you don't see water. Nothing comes out to them. You don't see water. You don't see the baby. You don't see blood. You don't see anything. That's a failed expectation. Pregnancy is being used here as a metaphor for an expectation, hope, looking forward to something. Well, I guess looking up to you would be looking up to God, but usually it's used for humans. So for fellow humans. So you don't get anything. When someone gets pregnant, you look forward to, a baby. Oh, I'd like you having a girl or a boy. It's pretty exciting. But I mean, at that point, you don't even see whether the baby is going to live or not live, whether, it was not necessarily a baby, or whatever the case may be. If it was a true pregnancy, you would see one of those 3 things. At least some blood or some water or the baby, or the 3. if it's a successful delivery. But if you don't see anything at all, it's like saying, I'm expressing utter disappointment. I mean, if someone makes a promise, you would see a trace, I guess, that at least they tried to fulfill it, even if they don't do everything. But if they don't do anything, then you're saying, Rómi, reje, romo. It wasn't even a promise at all. It was just a joke. Let's say you give someone a product and you say, please sell this on my behalf in your store or something. Let's say they have like a marketplace online or even physical marketplace, and you say, can you sell this pair of shoes for me on my behalf? And when you go to their store and ask them to give you the money, they don't have the money, they don't have the shoes that you give them to sell, and they don't have any kind of compensation for you. That's the kind of context that you would use this, and you would, and in that case, if it's just you, it would be mi ò romi, mi ò reje, mi ò romo. Instead of saying we, which would be a, you would be saying me. And you, by saying that, you would be saying plus my shoes, plus the money that I was supposed to make from this, plus any kind of compensation at all I did not get. I lost everything, or I didn't get anything. The reason why I chose romi, reje, romo. The reason why I chose is because I guess I wanted to give the political example in which, politicians would come and they would say, we're going to make everything better. We're going to fix the roads, and we're going to actually start caring about the less privileged more. We're going to be more conscious of women going through domestic violence. We're going to be more conscious of disparities in pay, for the same kind of work. We're going to be more conscious of the members of the society who are traditionally, and I guess biologically, supposed to make the home, create the humans or nurture them, or whatever the case may be. And we're going to find a way to make it up to them so that they don't have to be poorer than the people of a certain gender, just because most of their time they have to sacrifice for them. They would make all kind of promises, and by the end of the term, not even one would be fulfilled, not even a trace, not even an attempt. So in that case, this kind of metaphor would be used. Rómi, reje, romo. Oh, Ronke, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Oh, are you? You don't even see any trace at all. So that is essentially the metaphor. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. If you need me to explain again, I most definitely will. Please share my video and ask questions. Like I said, leave comments, general comments, subscribe, and continue to support my channel in the ways that you have. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.